Hi, this is 911. Do you have an emergency there?
Hello, I'm making this call in advance to let you know I'm probably going to need a paramedic and some police units at my house sometime after I upload my latest YouTube video. You see, I'm making it about how much I don't like anime, and if you know anything about the anime community, you know that's a death sentence, so best I pre-prepare while I still have all my bodily functions. Hey! Hi! How you doing? This is the Gamertron and welcome back to the Gamertron Show. Is this really the Gamertron Show? Because this isn't a video about video games. This is a video about anime? Consider this video a special, a one-time only deal. You see, after uploading the videos, Catgirl Cancer the video game and Hyperdimension Anime Girl Cancer the video game, those videos being about video games that are, without a shadow of a doubt, anime-inspired. And ever since making those videos, hell, even before those videos, I get a lot of questions asking, what anime do I watch? Have I seen this anime? Have I seen this anime? Do you watch this anime? So I hope to kill a dozen birds with one stone, answering the questions of all my viewers and newcomers alike as to why I don't like most anime. Why? Because most anime is shit. In my opinion, whoa, torches and pitchforks down for a moment. Let me make one thing perfectly clear. I have absolutely positively no issue if you adore anime. I have several friends and several people who inspire me and I look up to that love anime. I watch a variety of YouTubers who their only content is anime. Even though I don't necessarily like something, that doesn't mean I can't follow the culture and be well informed on it. It's why I also follow a variety of YouTubers that are really into politics, and I absolutely despise politics. It's important to inform yourself on the world around you, so even though I'm not a fan of 99% of anime, I am decently informed on the culture. Now, before I get into the nitty-gritty details as to why I don't like most anime, and I'm sure some of you are foaming at the mouth for those answers, I do want to let a couple things be known. While I don't like anime, I absolutely respect it in many regards. Especially on the grounds of animation. Anime is a wonderful gateway and means of expression of one's creativity and artistic prowess. There is a lot of anime that is just beautifully animated, truly gorgeous. And anime is also a vital job source for voice actors, and I fucking love voice actors. I have the utmost respect and love and admiration for voice actors. And I know just about all my favorite voice actors of all time have had a role in a great deal of anime. Some I like, some I dislike. Now, with that being said, why do I dislike most anime, and why have I not watched a lot of anime? Believe it or not, I can sum up all my negative feelings about most anime in a free reason presentation. 1. People don't talk like that. 2. People don't act like that. 3. Pointless, needless bullshit. These three things I have witnessed and encountered in anime after anime after anime, from ones I have personally viewed to ones I have seen indirectly. My brother watches a lot of anime, so sometimes I see it indirectly, and from anime that I hear and see others talking about. Whether it's hanging out with friends or listening to podcasts or watching videos. If you're into geek and nerd culture, which now most of the world is, being exposed to anime one way or another is inescapable. And this is all just a complicated way of saying I've already seen a lot of anime, and I haven't liked most of it. Mostly because of the three reasons I have mentioned. 1. In a lot of anime, most anime as a matter of fact, characters say odd and bizarre things that no one in real life would ever say.
La 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 la. Oh. La 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 la. Ho 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 ho. Ha 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 ha. Ho 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 ho. Ha 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 ha. La 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 la. Oh la la la. La 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 la.
There is example after example after example of this from a multitude of shows. Now, I know some people are immediately going to make the argument, well, it's a different culture, it's a different dialect. True, but I've watched other movies and television shows made and taking place in Sweden, Norway, Germany, Russia, and even Japan. Live-action television shows and movies. And the actual dialogue, when translated through subtitles or dubbed, actually come out the other end sounding like something a regular human being would say. I don't know what it is about a lot of anime writers, and I'm not trying to, and I don't mean to insult any of them, but the way they write, construct, and deliver the dialogue for these characters, it at times comes off as like totally alien, or you have no faith in the intelligence of your audience. I'm sure a great deal of anime fans can confirm this, but there's a great deal of dialogue and a great deal of anime where they explain word for word of what's happening on screen. The writer, the show, the characters think that the audience is so blind, deaf, and dumb that they have zero comprehension of what they just saw or what they are seeing. Don't get me wrong, explanation and description is absolutely sometimes needed, but anime has a habit of crossing the line, where they have to describe every movement, every action, and every other word another character said. And the inner monologues, the inner monologues! Japan. Anime writers of the world, can we please knock it off with the inner monologues? I don't think I've ever watched a single anime that didn't have at least one inner monologue. I'm not saying this isn't a valid means of storytelling or character development, but it is, in the case of anime, a used and abused one. And I'm sorry, it's really difficult to get immersed in something when you have characters spewing out dialogue that is just so alien and bizarre and nonsensical. People don't just say out loud, I'm going to attack you, and I'm going to use this attack to attack you with. Nobody says that. Nobody talks like that. Only in anime will you find bits of dialogue like that being uttered. And for me personally, it just rips me out of the experience. Now, 2. People don't act like that. I cannot tell you how many anime I've watched where the characters have done something so bizarre, so outlandish, so out of left field that I just quit the show entirely because of it. I can't tell you how many anime I've stopped watching, it's countless, due to character actions and interactions that are just so unbuyable. I can't believe, I can't relate to what is going on. It is so far removed from reality that I cannot immerse myself in what is going on. And don't you dare say this is a culture thing. I have seen works of fiction, fantasy and sci-fi, spawn from a variety of Western, European, and Asian cultures. And I'm sure most of you will notice and agree that most science fiction, most fantasy, despite being fantastical, despite being in unbelievable realms of fiction and worlds, settings, and premises that are bizarre and out there, there's still things about the setting, about the world, and especially about the characters and how they interact and how they talk that is relatable, that gets the audience connected with what is going on. Look at Star Wars, Star Trek, Harry Potter, War of the Worlds, Godzilla! Despite being set in fantasy and sci-fi, all the important aspects of these works are relatable to all of us in some way. With a great deal of anime, however, characters act so bizarre, so nonsensical, so alien, that I can't connect to, I can't relate to these characters, I can't get immersed in this world when everything is too alien. A good personal example of this would have to be from the anime I watched called Knights of Sidonia. Now, I sit through this show for 2 seasons. And it was 2 entire seasons with multiple episodes of me saying, "What the fuck is going on? Explain." Throughout the entirety of that show, characters would do things and say things that made no fucking sense. A good example of this, a great deal of the female characters in the show, for some reason, have the hots for the protagonist. There are other characters that can be considered villains that hate the protagonist, and there are other characters that can be considered powerful forces in this universe that are also obsessed with the protagonist. But this said protagonist has done and said nothing to warrant all these kinds of behaviors. He just shows up and he has a bunch of women obsessing over him while the women expect him to obsess over them. Even though, once again, he has done nothing and said nothing to warrant this kind of response. The show is filled with these bizarre, awkward moments that I can only assume the show wanted to be cute and affectionate, but it just comes off as really fucking weird. I actually see this in a lot of anime, as a matter of fact, where we have this male protagonist and a bunch of female side characters that obsess over this character even though he has done or said nothing to warrant the obsession. And I only ever see this trope in anime. But this is just one example of the many bizarre actions that characters make and directions that stories take in anime. Characters needlessly sacrificing themselves or betraying one another, or just standing still when they could be doing something. And this leads me to free, pointless, needless bullshit. Out of all the media, out of all the forms of storytelling I have absorbed, I have never experienced any other such as anime, where it just has so much needless, pointless bullshit. We're talking filler, we're talking scenes and characters that go nowhere, that serve no purpose, or are elaborate, overly complicated ways of trying to make some sort of point or present something. One of the best/worst examples of this is Al-Noah Zero. Such a waste of potential. I can't even begin to describe the number of issues this show has. Character motivations and plot threads that go and lead to nowhere, on top of building upon my number 1 and number 2 biggest problems with anime. But the best/worst example this show has to offer is in the ending to its first season. Minor spoilers. So a bunch of characters at the end of season 1 presumably die, only for in the next season for all of those characters that presumably died to be perfectly fine. Why? Why? What was the point? Why have this big plot twist ending to season 1 if it literally amounts to nothing? Anime is ripe with this issue. Any fan or critic of anime can agree with me that is a media littered and infested with filler content, with episodes that lead to and do nothing. No plot development, no character development. They're just there to say, hey, we have this arbitrary number of episodes in a season of our show, buy our shit. Look, I really want to like anime. I really do, because there are some anime that I have watched and I've loved. So let me answer this question here and now. What are my favorite anime? Well, they would have to be Berserk, Full Metal Alchemist, Claymore, and Gargantia on the Viridius Planet. Oh, and Cowboy Bebop. Now, that's not to say that these shows that I have mentioned don't consist of my 3 main problems I don't like anime. These problems do persist in these shows, but not to the extent like most anime. Unlike most anime, with these shows, the dialogue is believable, relatable. The character actions are believable, relatable, and there isn't a plethora of pointless, worthless bullshit. In these shows, there is actual character development. There is an actual story being told, with a beginning, middle, and end. I can sit down, I can watch these shows, I can see the progression of a plot, I can see the progression of characters, and I have a clear understanding of what the hell is going on. With so many other anime that I have come into contact with, they reek of my 3 main issues with anime, and I just can't enjoy them because I keep noticing characters saying things that people don't say, characters doing things that people don't do, and pointless, useless bullshit that leads to nowhere. Now, is this present in all anime? Maybe, perhaps, to some degree. Does this make all anime bad or unwatchable? Hell no. But does it make anime less appealing to me? Yes. Now, I want you all to keep this in mind. I'm not here to bash your favorite shows. I'm not here to tell you your favorite anime is shit, all anime sucks, anything like that. I am just here to answer a question I get asked quite often. Have I seen this anime? Have I watched that anime? Are you into anime? Do you like anime? And the answer to that is, for the most part, no. There are very few anime that I've actually liked and enjoyed. I haven't seen a lot of anime, and I'm not going to, because there are these 3 main nagging issues that just keep me from enjoying anime. But by all means, you keep enjoying, keep watching anime. More power to you. Just please stop asking if I've seen this in this anime, or if I'm going to watch this in this anime, because I'm probably not not going to. It's no offense to you. It's no offense to the medium. This is strictly a me thing, a personal perspective, a personal opinion, a personal preference. I personally prefer video games. Hell, I prefer video games over most things. Books, film, anime. Now, don't think I'm ignorant to the fact that a lot of video games, a lot of media, a lot of culture, a lot of pop culture is heavily influenced and inspired by anime, and I respect anime for that. I respect any and all art. But hey, just because I respect the work of Leonardo da Vinci doesn't mean I go to my local art museum every time the Mona Lisa's in town, you know what I'm saying? Anime just isn't my thing. I have the lightest of light interest in it, and that's not a bad thing. Did I make this video to vent a bit about my gripes about anime? Absolutely. But I mostly made this video for the sake of getting some questions answered. And now you know, I haven't seen most anime. I don't like most anime, and the anime that I have seen, I have watched, and I really do like, are Berserk, Claymore, Gargantuan the Viridius Planet, and Cowboy Bebop. Now, anime community, I know you are very, very passionate about your hobby, and please do not take this video as any sort of hate or degradation to your hobby. That's code for please don't dislike bomb the video and sending me mountains of hate mail. Whether you agree or disagree with my opinion on anime is perfectly fine, because that is just my opinion and my feelings on anime. Feel free to have your own and share them in the comments below. What are your thoughts, feelings, and opinions on anime and on this video? Let me know your thoughts, feelings, and opinions in the comment section below. I love reading comments. Again, nearly enough comments. Please leave a comment. If you liked the video in any way, shape, or form, please hit the like button. The like button helps you, helps me, helps everybody involved with the video if you hit the like button. If you want to help out and support this video, then please share it on social media, Twitter, and Facebook. And if you want to help out and support me directly, then please consider pledging and becoming a patron on my Patreon. Anyways, guys, that has been a video, and I will see you all later.